From Studio 1A in Tampa, Florida, comes a talk show that really feels your pain and tells you like it is. We love America and all that freedom-loving Americans want to protect. Live from coast to coast and on your radio, it's For the People with Keith Allen.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. Whatever your source of stress or strife, for the people is there.
It's Friday, and some might say it's TGIF Friday. It's August the 4th, 2017. And as some of you know, we have suspended normal programming where I am just dying to talk about the news and so many things that are happening, kind of like Jeff Sessions is getting ready to call a press conference to talk about the leaks. Things are happening, so many extraordinary things around the world, but I still feel it's necessary that we have to shut it down. Shut down the world, and sometimes that's not a bad thing, because psychologists even say sometimes you just have to shut things down for a bit so you can hear, so you can kind of listen, and listening is a pretty good thing. Now, the why, in case you haven't been keeping up with For the People and just tuning in, what is it? Why are we suspending the program? Why aren't we talking about some of these key, pivotal issues? It's because the friend that I am about to introduce you to is in need. The friend I'm about to introduce to you is somebody that I've been talking about for over a week. And as a matter of fact, I wouldn't be talking about him if it wasn't for him kicking off this program over 30 years ago called For the People. So first of all, a dear friend of the broadcast and a personal friend. A man who touched my life, not just millions of lives when he was at his fame, when he was on all those radio stations, but personally, he affected my life, gave me an opportunity to be able to go on the air on his network, and gave my dad a job. So this goes way back for me, many, many years. When I visited him, several times in a nursing home, it really is humbling in so many different ways. Yes, you're around older people. A lot of them are sick. A lot of them are ailing. A lot of them are just bored out of their minds. They just lay there. Well, you stare at the ceiling. But when you have a brilliant mind and you stare at the ceiling, that's got to be really disturbing. Now, I shared on a broadcast, which you'll hear portions of that today, about some of the annoying noises that go on in nursing homes. And maybe you visited one. And I'm not making fun of anybody, because these people that make these noises, I don't know if it's a mental thing, that they're mentally disturbed, or they're literally agonizing in some kind of pain, and that would be horrible. And that might be the case. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Didn't ask. But the noises are like, and then somebody else across the hallway. I mean, this goes on. It sounds like the zoo or something. It's really just disturbing. So I came up with an idea. I thought, what would I want? I mean, if I had to be bedridden, I couldn't even get out of the bed, couldn't even get into a wheelchair. I mean, he's literally bedridden. What would I want? Well, first of all, I would like a ticket out of there. Okay, but if you couldn't do that, because his Medicare, his Medicaid, his Blue Cross, all that stuff, he just can't be at home. He just needs too much care. He can't afford it. All the money ran out. So he's stuck in a nursing home. You can read books. But if you don't have any access to the world, little teeny television screen that's on the wall, I can barely see. And with technology, I thought an iPad would be really unique. Now, you can't get him the tiny one for, $400, $300, whatever it is. That would be great. But I thought, how about one of those new iPad Pros? That's what I would want. Do unto others. So I thought, let's raise some money to put an iPad Pro in his hands and teach him how to use it. Not just put it in his hand, but teach him how to get on the internet through it, which is very easy. You just click on, an icon on the screen. It's touch screen. You don't need a keyboard. All the icons are there. Set it up for him. Pictures, Skype. It's a full computer in your hand. And it's $7.99, and we're going to purchase it. We have raised $220 so far. We really wish that we did a lot better than that number, but we're very grateful. We had a gentleman yesterday give 2 times 50. Yeah, it's $100, and then another lady $10. We've had some, other folks give some money, but we need some repeats of that. We still have 579 to go. So 220 raised, 579 to go to reach the $7.99 mark. You can see the progress at any time, 24 hours a day, at forthepeopleshow.com. And I'm asking you to please help a good friend of mine who has made a difference in people's lives in countless ways through his investigative reporting, through his books, through his broadcast for many, many years, and a man that literally would give you his shirt off his back. And I'm thinking, God, this is a small price to pay to not be able to engage in some of the most important stories going on in the world right now, because really what's important now is to try to give him a peace of mind. I think there was a Boston song called Peace of Mind. Love the group Boston. Man, still play their albums, man, they were awesome. But some kind of peace of mind, whatever mind you have left, you want to keep your sanity, and it will engage him to be able to read emails, connect with the world, and start writing again. He told me that he could start writing a newsletter for this broadcast. No kidding, Chuck Harder, which would be unbelievably awesome because he's a terrific writer and he's got a great mind. So all of this will allow him to do that. And that newsletter, I'm telling you, for members, if you're signed up and you're a member of For the People, you can do that at forthepeopleshow.com, but you'll get that newsletter. We'll send it to you. You'll be on that newsletter. Anybody that supports For the People on a monthly basis, if you've subscribed online monthly, you lock that in, we'll be happy to send that to you. But we got to get the iPad first before any of this stuff happens. Now you're saying, well, why don't you take care of it? I've had some people ask me online. I can't. This is a listener-supported program. I make no money off doing this broadcast. I know that's really weird to hear that, given the fact that we're on a lot of radio stations. Not as much as Rush Limbaugh's on or some other talk show host, but we're on a fair number. It's growing. But we just don't have near the support to be able to write a check like that because we have other expenditures in the broadcast. I mean, to do it. It takes time, energy, effort, all of those things to make this thing happen. And we believe we can do this, but we need this little thing called money, and a lot of you don't have a lot of it. But you have some change, and some of you are actually counting your piggy banks, seeing what you can send out, and I really appreciate that. We've been getting some kind Facebook messages. You can go to forthepeopleshow.com and you can keep up with our thread on Facebook or on Twitter. But we really appreciate our partners and those that have come through and have given a little something, as much as they could give right now. We appreciate that. Some people just above and beyond just floored me yesterday with 2 donations from the same individual. Thank you so much. $100. I mean, I really literally had a tear in my eye when I saw that happen. I still get a tear for the $10, but it's a individual that cares and understands how lonely it could possibly be to be in a nursing home, looking at the ceiling, can't get out of bed, can't use the bathroom on your own, can't do anything, can't get in a wheelchair, can't go outside, but your mind is working. Wow. Wouldn't you like to have something? And thank God with technology, it really is something for people to get out. Look, who's the Hawkins guy? Yeah. He's in a wheelchair, but because of technology, everybody can read what he has to say about extraterrestrials and his thoughts about going to Mars and all these things. He's got an unbelievable mind. I think he's a physics major. Brilliant. Chuck has a brilliant mind, too. He's not Andrew Hawkins, but he's Chuck Harder, and he's a walking encyclopedia himself, and pretty remarkable. So please help me help my friend, Chuck Harder. Would you do that? I appreciate that. And I have mentioned this, and I'll mention it again. When we get the money in, we're going to do a Facebook Live video. We'll post it on forthepeopleshow.com so you can see Chuck open it, see him use it, and then the newsletters will start flying, baby, which will be beautiful. Like I say, $7.99 is our goal. We've raised $220, and we have $579 to go at the time of the taping of this broadcast. We're live, actually, but it could be pre-recorded in your time, but it'll be updated around the clock 24 hours a day at forthepeopleshow.com. The donation comes in unless it's 3 a.m. Otherwise, as soon as it comes in and I have some availability, I'll make sure that I make that update so you can see what's going on. So we're up to date right now, right this second at $579 to go. $220 raised. You'll see a picture of Chuck right on the page there. And that's what Chuck looks like. He's the founder of For the People in the broadcast. So if you come to love the broadcast, like the broadcast, he's responsible for it. And I would do anything for him, and that's why we're doing this. Some people would not do this. They wouldn't. But, hey, if we don't, who will? So we're going to do it, and we're going to get this done, and we're going to feel like $1 million. Please go to the website right now at forthepeopleshow.com and make your best donation. Thanks so much.
Some people talk about forever, like it's a time that never comes. Hey, but just like days we thought would last, time goes by so fast. Tomorrow's coming. What matters most is hard to measure, yeah, with no beginning and no end, hey.